Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning if you watch this video in the morning. Good afternoon if you watch this video in the afternoon, and good evening if you watch this video in the evening. And maybe good night if you want to sleep. So my name is Azrin bin Azman. I will be your host today for the program that we will call Sembang, Kencang, Kumbang. So I have invited three guests to join me to discuss about this topic. So the first one, I invite Mr. Azli. So Azli, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you Azrin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azli bin Mazlan. I'm from Malaysia.
I am Ustaz Muhammad Firdaus. I'm currently study at
Hello, my name is Muhammad Fakhruddin bin Bakri, and I'm from Malaysia, not as far away.
So we go to the question. In a firm, there are three partners, Nakuddin, Hairi, and Nick. The firm is dealing with housing construction. Nakuddin authorized to buy a piece of land. He buy the land with his own money, then sold to the company, sold to the firm. He made a considerable profit from the sale. Hairi and Nick are claimed to be entitled to the profit based on Partnership Act 1961 and maybe several cases that you guys know. Can you guys explain about this situation? The highlight issue is whether Hairi and Nick are entitled to claim the profit or not. So let's begin with Ustaz Dawi. Can you share with your opinion about this? Maybe you can share act that we can refer.
Okay. After I've studied, there are section that relates to this question. The section is section 22 subsection 1, Partnership Act 1961. Okay. In this section, it defines that partnership property as all partnership and right and interest in property originally brought into the partnership stock or acquired, whether by purchase or otherwise, on the form of account of the firm or in the purpose or cost of the partnership. Okay, this is called a partnership property, and it must help and apply exclusively in the partnership and accordance to the partnership agreement. It means that the section means that the property that by using property for money or used in the partnership is called as a partnership property, and partnership property must use in the partnership and according to the partnership agreement. Okay, that's all from me.
Thank you, Dawi. Ustaz Dawi. Sorry. Okay, Mr. Fakul, anything you want to add? Maybe another section that we can refer to?
Okay, thank you, Azrin. Okay, I think we can also refer to the section 22, clause 2, Partnership Act 1961. Okay, where co-owners of an estate or interest in any land not being itself partnership property. Partners as a profit made by the use of the land and purchase the land out of the profit to be used like a banner. Okay, and then the land purchase belongs to them in the absence of any agreement in the contrary, not as a partner but as co-owners for the sum respective estate and interests are held by them in the land first mentioned at the date of the purchase. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fakrul. So guys, we have listened to section that relate to the question. So now we want to ask Ustaz Dawi. is there any case that we can refer to that may be close enough with this situation?
Okay. The case that relate to this question and as similar to the question is case Ponukon versus Jebaratnam. In this case, the respondent and appellant form a partnership in business the house construction and or develop a piece of land into the house. Okay, in this case, Ponukon buy a land with his own money and with some money from loan from bank. So in this case, Jabaratnam take this to the court and say that the land is partnership property. And after hearing the court say that the land is personal property, personal property, which is the court say it is because first the land is buy with Ponukon own money. Okay, it is the first reason. The second reason is the land, the business doing a house construction. So it means that not compulsory that the firm buy the land for the partnership. It may be they buy the land to the customer land. Okay. The third reason is there are no agreements say that the land is partnership property. Okay, that's all.
Mr. Fakrul, I heard you want to add another case. Maybe you can share with us what's your case?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Azrin. We can relate to the case Ray and Ray. Okay, in this case, there were 4 partners in the firm named William Ray. One of the partners died and his widow later on became a partner. In 1980, I think, the partners bought a house out of a partnership asset and the property was conveyed to William Ray. Suddenly, another partner died. Oh, so sad. The 3 other partners continuing to sought a court declaration that the house was a firm property because it has been bought out of the partnership asset. Okay, the court held that the declaration as it had been bought out of a partnership asset. That's all, I think. Move to the MC, Azri, Mr. Azri. Thank you.
Thank you, Fakrul, for your explanation. So, Azli, we save the best for the last. So for your question, it's the best question I want to ask. Are you ready?
Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm ready. This is the case was very sad. People die in this case. Oh. Okay, continue.
Okay. For the last question for you, are you single?
Huh?
No. Just joking. Okay. We have.
Don't be like this. Don't be like this. Ya Allah.
Okay.
Always single.
Okay, we have heard Azli.
Okay.
Okay, for your question, Azli. For your question.
Okay.
We have heard the section that can relate cases we can relate with the situation. So, can you check between what have the two guests before have explained with the current question. Do you understand or not?
Yes, I understand. Okay, thank you, Azrin.
Okay.
Thank you for the good explanation for the most intelligent guest. And yes, in relation to those two, where they have discussed the section and the cases relate, it's clear that the property that Naki was acquired and sold to the firm is not a partnership property because it was by Naki own money by virtue of section 22 subsection 1 of Partnership Act 1961. It states that any property buy by the firm is a partnership property. In this case, the firm is not buying the property by his own money, by the firm own money, but Naki buy it with his own money at the first place and then sold to the firm. So any profit or any other loss will be suffered or will be earned by Naki on his own. So any other partners not entitled to the firm, to the profit. So in these cases, Hairi and Nick are not entitled to the profit. The second reason is there is no any agreement state that any property acquired by the firm will be stated as partnership property. By virtue of section 22 subsection 2 of Partnership Act 1961, it said that in the absence of any agreement to the contrary, the property belong to the personal owner, not as a partners as an owner. So in these cases, Hairi and Nick are not the owner of the property as they are not the one who buy it. Naki is the one who buy it with his own money. So any profit is entitled only to the Naki and not to the Hairi and Nick. Sorry, Hairi and Nick. And then can we relate to this case? Yes. Ponukon versus Jabarat 6 case, we can relate with this case for the reason of the property is not as a partnership property. The first one is the property itself is by the one of the owner by his own money, not by the firm money. Second one, and not any agreement say that any property that buy by the firm is stated as partnership property. So this is going to be a personal property for Naki at the first place. And then the last one, this is a construction business. So it is not compulsory to the firm to buy the land on their own. Sometimes they can use customer land to construct any building for their business purpose. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Azli, for your explanation and a long explanation. So I think I can make a conclusion from what you guys have said. So the conclusion is that Hairi and Naki are not entitled to claim the profit because the land was purchased by personal money, right? So it's also not stated in the agreement that property land is in partnership.
Yes,
so
betul.
Thank you for the all guests, Azli, Ustaz Dawi, Mr. Fakrul, for joining me today.
Welcome and thank you for inviting us.
Any last word from you guys?
Selamat Hari Raya.
Thank you. Selamat Hari
Raya.
Aidilfitri mulia.
Maaf dipinta.
Zahir dan batin. Maaf Zahir batin.
NANI?! お前はもう死んでいる。
SHRB.
See you guys next week, at the same time.
Yeah,
See you
next
guys
week at the
next
same
week.
time.
Same place.
Okay.
Same place.
Okay.
Okay.